Is that a Bentley? He's driving a Bentley. Oh, hi, didn't see you there. It's Lucy and Philip Wellington here with the widest magazine ever. We'll be going through this later in the show. If you want peace of mind, buy private internet access. Buy now. If you go to our website, or if you just click on the link in the description, there's a way to get private internet access for a whoppingly low $2.91 a month. Anyway, it's what I use myself. They didn't pay us for this advertisement, but we get a few pennies every time you guys join. Private internet access, it hides your ass online. Spying eyes can't see what you're doing. Comcast basically just sees a whole bunch of nothing. They're just like, well, there's data. It can help speed up some of your connections. And you can have your own private skinternet with private internet. I always feel like somebody's... Okay, there's a lot of controversy going on right now about Facebook because they've tried to crack down on fake news and garbage sources of news, and they've tried to create algorithms to, you know, filter out news that's not factual, but at the same time, they wouldn't get rid of InfoWars, which, I mean, anybody out there with if you guys like InfoWars and you're watching our channel, sorry, you're crazy. You're freaking ridiculous. Because there's not a child slave colony on Mars. NASA doesn't have one of those. There's not concentration camps in Georgia, probably. So all this stuff's not Hitler's not alive. Probably not alive.
They put his brain in a shark.
His brain is in a shark? You heard it here first.
Sure.
Hitler's brain is in a shark. Anyway, Facebook has been defending their decision to not get rid of that page, not get rid of the InfoWars page. Basically saying that they want to protect free speech and they want to make sure that there is room for all sorts of opinions and analyses. Lots of opinion analysis. And I gotta say, Facebook is not a news website. They're not a they're a website based on facts. They're a website where people go on there and share InfoWars articles. And if you're using Facebook as a source of news or as a place to share your nonsense about, you know, vaccinations and how they cause autism, then you're part of the problem. You should get off Facebook and stop thinking about it as news. Problems in society is that we've have all of our content filtered to us through 2 or 3 tiny channels. Facebook, Twitter, Google. That's pretty much the internet for most people. AT&T, they've purchased Warner Media, and Warner Media owned HBO, and people are pretty worried, including me. I'm pretty worried about what's going to happen to HBO. HBO has a very simple business model. They charge like $15 a month or whatever, and then they bring you movies, and then they create their own very high quality TV shows, and they do not flood the market with too many shows at one time. They usually have a few going at once. They are really good. I don't think Netflix has come anywhere close to the quality of HBO, and that is an opinion. But if you're on Facebook, it's a fucking fact. So what AT&T is planning on doing is ramping up production. They want more and more and more hours to compete with the likes of Netflix, and they want to compete with Amazon, who are both spending billions and billions of dollars. Netflix spends about 5 to 6 times as much money every year on content when you compare that to HBO. And HBO spends a lot of money because they've got really expensive shows like Game of Thrones and stuff. So if AT&T is going to force them to crank out lots and lots of content, what is their end game here? Do they want lots and lots of content for maybe their own platform that would compete with Netflix? They certainly have a big enough library, and if they start pulling other content from Netflix, I know there's not a lot of it on Netflix right now. You can't really get to your HBO shows on Netflix, but if they were to create a bigger web presence, they could be thinking about creating an alternative to Netflix using all their own stuff. That would push HBO to probably make some lower quality stuff. So let's just hope that it doesn't go downhill. And HBO, people at HBO, I'm sorry if it hurts. Anyways, a couple articles here. You guys can read all the details about what's going to go on. But, HBO now could turn into something different, in my opinion. Something different and bigger. Wall Martians. I've got some rough news for you guys. When you're in the store, eavesdropping is going to be a thing. So Walmart has decided to patent a new technology. Well, it's not really a new technology, but they say it's a new technology to monitor the sounds that are happening at the register. And in the patent, they were like, well, we're going to listen for clicks and beeps and stuff like that, and also conversations. We can also hear conversations, but mostly just the clicks and beeps, because then we can tell how fast the bagger's putting things into the bag and all that stuff. So it's all for the customer experience to help things move better and more smoothly and nicer. Walmartians, listen. When you go into those stores, they can hear what you're saying at the register. So have a little bit of fun with that. Have a lot of fun with that. But if you work at Walmart, I'm really sorry, because they're going to be listening to you too, and that always has a chilling effect because you're not going to be bad-mouthing your boss. And they also find in studies that when you are being monitored, you work slower because you're worried and you're looking over your shoulder and you're making sure you do everything right. Sometimes you end up making more mistakes that way. Walmart, this is a bad idea, but this is sort of the future that we're looking forward to, but not looking forward to. It's the future that you look forward and see, but we're not looking forward to it, but we are looking forward to see it. No, we don't want it. We're not looking. We're heading towards it, but we're not looking forward to it. Oh yeah, the Department of Energy Technology over in Norway has created a new silicon anode, I believe. Yeah, silicon anode. And what this is going to do is basically allow them to create batteries with 3 to 5 times the battery life of the traditional lithium-ion batteries like you have here. That means that devices like this are going to be able to last 3 to 5 times longer. They're finishing the patent right now, and then they're going to figure out manufacturing. We could probably see these things in a few years, and there was much rejoicing. These glasses were all over Europe today. So these glasses here are pretty ridiculous looking, and I want to know from the audience if you would wear these things. Now, here's what they do. 1 in 3 people get motion sickness while on a moving object, like a train or a car or something like that, while they're on that and reading using their tablet, smartphone, or something like that. It's because you're looking at this, and your eyes look at it, and they go, okay, this is stationary. Nothing is moving. And your ear goes, oh, shit, the horizon's all over the place. We're moving. And then it tells your stomach, hey, we're moving. And then your eyes tell your stomach, no, we're not moving. And your stomach goes, bleh. But these glasses, what they do is they create a false horizon by putting some blue fluid here.
You see this blue water?
And some blue fluid here.
Dunk that in the blue water.
And as you move and you're looking down, the blue fluid, let me just show you the video so you can see what I'm talking about here.
There's blue water everywhere now.
But the blue fluid moves around inside there. There it is, look at that. And it, 95% of the time, it will fix motion sickness. Probably going to create fashion sickness for those around you. How could people in France make something so ugly? Would you guys wear this if it fixes your motion sickness so you can read while you're on the train? Is that really important to you? I mean, I can't imagine like having to take a long train ride across Europe and not being able to read a book or something. Like, what are you going to do, sit there and listen to music? Nah. One of the things the article said was like guaranteed to give you your own private row. It's probably true. All right, let's go see what game Justin is playing.
Hey, you playing some games?
Yeah, I'm about to start the Moose Man, or Moose Man.
And how are you going to play it?
So let me show you the graphic quality. The graphics qualities are low, medium, and mythic. The thing about this game is it's really neat if you're looking for, like, an educational tour of something. Like, it's all done in the art style and stuff, but so far for me, the game has moved very slowly. Like,
so what just happened here?
So the main option of this is switching between like your death, viewing the world of the dead and spirits, and then not. So it's all about switching back and forth between these things and trying to solve these quick little puzzles with it, while learning about the Permian animal society and all this other mythic stuff.
So it's like just an educational game, I guess. I mean, you're moving very slowly.
Like, I was born the shaman of Pevsin.
Pretty cool. I mean, subject matter, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's so, but
it just moves very slowly.
Yeah, it's very like if you're looking for a game that's got like a lot of really cool depth to it in terms of like what you're learning about, this is really good. But if you're looking for like action out of it, you're not going to, like, to the point that you can just hit the forward button twice and just it'll walk for you.
You don't run. That's as fast as you go, right?
Yeah. So the game moves very slowly. It's for
like a
me
museum or something.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a stepped up museum tour almost.
Right.
You know? Like,
it's like a museum tour with some puzzles.
Yeah. So if you're looking for like if you like want gameplay, this isn't gonna be the game for you. But if you want some like neat puzzle solving with a lot of cool mythos behind it and stuff like that, this is gonna be for you. But
And if you want to smoke and chill.
yeah, if you're just like, bruh.
If you want to like chill out.
But like the other neat thing about this too
No stress.
is that let me pull stuff out here. So like as you go, you can collect things, and it will tell you all of this information about things, complete with like where they found them, and you know these are based off of actual drawings and stuff like that.
I wouldn't mind assigning this for someone to play at school, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, but it's just
Get some culture swine.
yeah, and like these things will tell you like Osha's the bear, like so you learn a lot of cool stuff about this culture.
It's the bear that pays for our game.
Yeah, but it's just not. You got to be in the mood to play a game like this. This is not gonna sit down and be like, yes, here we go. Oh, Moose Man. You know, you got to be in the mood to like chill and learn a little thing or two, basically.
All right, guys, check it out.
Yeah.
If you like.
The Moose Man. Oh yes.
Oh, you brought the departures.
Yes.
We are going to totally white out in just a minute. Will this be as good as the first Avatar cartoon that I didn't watch? You told me it was good.
I don't know. So, in true fashion, I'm going to sit down and immediately voice my opinion.
Facebook will be all over that.
Facebook loves this already. Is that Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of, if not the greatest cartoon that has ever been made. And that's coming from a diehard Simpsons, Futurama,
Rick and Morty
fan.
Adventure Time.
Yeah, easily.
Oh, come on.
Yep. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yes. So Avatar: The Last Airbender, but the head writer from Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of the co-creators of it, and he also worked on Futurama, Aaron Ehasz, I can never pronounce his name right, is going to be working on a new show coming up for Netflix called The Dragon Prince, which is going to take place in some fantasy world that involves two princes and an elven assassin that was supposed to come and stop them, but now they're not. Probably to stop some warring lands or some problem that's bigger than themselves.
Or to stop.
Yeah, and somewhere along the way, they are going to meet Nicol Bolas's cousin. Yeah, that is... He looks exactly like... It's like Travis Bolas or something.
He has more head ornaments.
Well, you know, these younger dragons, they're always trying to...
He has more serifs
Yeah.
on his head.
Let's talk about CD Projekt Red for a little bit. They said in a recent interview that they are not done with the Witcher series. While The Witcher was designed to be a trilogy, they are not going to just be done with the universe and stuff. And
Because money.
Yeah. Obviously because money. So they're going to be revisiting the universe, but they said it's not going to just be like a Witcher 4. It'll be something else.
It's probably going to be Gwent 2.
Gwent 2.
Like, they're going to be like, gotcha!
Yep.
No, you know what I hope that it is? And CD Projekt, if you're listening, please, for the love of God, you guys make really polished experiences that have a very strong narrative element. And if you are willing to back off on the little bit of the narrative where the characters always say the name, like even in the new game, you're allowed to make your own character, but they always have the same name, whether you're a male or female. They have a gender-neutral name that they're going to be saying, orally. If you let us name our characters and create a completely unrelated character that maybe isn't a Witcher, maybe is a Witcher, and just let us wander around in your world, I'll be very happy.
Yeah. Speaking of CD Projekt Red, like I said, we're going to talk about them for a little while. They have said that they're going to set a really high bar for Cyberpunk 2077, like no shit.
Well, they being their CEO, wasn't Adam Kaczynski? Is that
yes. They understand the expectations that's put forth on them, and they understand the hype that they've thrown out by, showing things off at E3 and stuff like that. So they understand what all their expectations are and are going to make sure that they meet or exceed all of those expectations.
They do a very good job of setting the bar high. I want to put a hidden camera in their office. Out of all the different studios out there, I would love to see them, because I've seen some reports that say that the people working on the game get a lot of mixed signals from the people in charge. Like, one guy will come and be like, hey, add this feature, and the next day someone else will be like, no, don't add that feature, add this feature, and make this dialogue this way, or make this character this way. And so I hear that it's a bit chaotic behind the scenes, and I like to see how that works and how they're able to turn chaos like that, if it is that way. I don't know, because I've just heard nonsense on the internet and like dumb videos online on YouTube from people who have taken bits and pieces from quotes on Twitter and stuff.
Internet facts, you mean?
Yeah. These are all Facebook facts, internet opinions.
Yep.
So I've been reading Facebook facts about this, and I'd like to see if it's true, and I'd like to see how if it is true, I'd like to see how they take all that chaos and turn it into something that's so polished. Do they just work themselves to death and hammer it out until it's completely a nice finished product? I don't know. Hey, one more Blockbuster left. The last two in Anchorage and it was not in Wasilla, but somewhere Fairbanks or something like that. In Alaska, they've closed. Gone. Blockbuster. There's one more left.
Leaving one
In Bend, Oregon.
Yep.
Should we go visit this?
Yeah, we
Like
might. We might have to, and like, can we go and like treat it like an unearthing, like unearthing the mummy's tomb or something like that. Like
the last Blockbuster.
Yeah. Here we see an ancient amphitheater where
Are you ready for another internet opinion Facebook fact?
Yes, always.
Blockbuster, it will be missed. I miss Blockbuster. You ready for this?
Yeah, okay, because I was under the impression that Blockbuster closed like 10 years ago completely, so the fact that you sprung this already on me that one exists still.
All right, so let me tell you why I missed this, and everyone on Reddit get ready to be angry about me having a dumb opinion. This is going to be...
Here we go.
This is going to be so... Everything coming out of my mouth right now is going to be just garbage. I kind of miss the experience of going to a Blockbuster because right now we have it too easy and we take things for granted. We just go online.
These days.
Just go online and we're like, hey, I want to watch a movie. There it is. Hey, I want to watch another movie. There it is. That's looking up the movie.
That's the sound typing makes.
When you went to Blockbuster, the thing I missed the most is the inconvenience of it all. You had to convince your parents to take you, number one, or if you're close enough to skateboard, then get on your skateboards, cool kids.
Skateboards.
And then you get there, and you can only take one or two things with you, depending on how nice your parents are.
Yeah.
Maybe a video game, and you go through, and you look through the foreign films, and you look through stuff that may have a nipple in it or something, like, ooh, look at the back of this box, she's almost showing something, maybe my 13-year-old ass can maybe get an education on this stuff. No, put that back. My parents they'll be too wise. They'll be like, okay, I'm going to end up with this PG movie, okay, good. And you go home, and you've got it for 3 days, and that's all you get to watch because you don't have access to anything else. But it felt like a holy relic. You're like, this is it. And you had this feeling of like, this is important, this is cool, and I'm excited. But now I'm not excited anymore. Just blah, 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 and you watch it.
So you missed the dance. You missed the dance of disappointment that is going to a Blockbuster.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of a just dumbness, and it's kind of like people who are addicted to buying things. They don't even want what they're buying. They just like the transaction and the energy involved.
Just feels good.
Yeah. And so there's no more excitement and there's no more build up, and I have a nostalgia for that feeling, but I don't want to go back to Blockbuster when I sit down and really think about it. It's wearing this jacket in the heat. What's wrong with me?
Why did you wear a jacket?
Because you can get away with more. If you had a suit on, you could be an idiot.
Oh,
and everyone would be like, well, he's still respectable. Yeah. But if you're dressed like a bum and you're an idiot, you're like, I'll put that guy in a fucking asylum.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyways, some of the most elite hackers on the planet have discovered that there's a secret NES emulator hidden within the GameCube version of Animal Crossing. Some almost 20 years later after the game has been released, they found out that you can actually emulate a lot of NES files like right through the game. And originally you could actually play a couple in-game like right through Animal Crossing, but they found out that if you have NES ROM files saved on your GameCube...
Could you please stop that?
So if you have it saved on your memory card, you can actually load it up and play it through the ROM, play right on that thing. And this is all courtesy of a...
Where is it?
One Animal Crossing hacker.
The most elitist term.
But yeah, someone out there is like, yeah, I hack Animal Crossing.
They'd probably say it more like, yes, I hack Animal Crossing. I don't know. Maybe he's as suave as this dude.
No one is as suave as that dude.
Look at that suaveness.
That's impossible. No one is as suave as Billy Dee Williams, who, by the way, is rumored that he's going to be reprising his role of Lando Calrissian in episode 9. Awesome. So in this time of alternate facts and truth and stuff and whatever, being able to bend those lines, I'm gonna say 100% Lando Calrissian will be in episode 9 playing Han Solo's ghost.
Just like in Shadow of Mordor, you have the ghost and the Han Solo together.
Yeah.
So wouldn't Han Solo's ghost be inside of him, maybe?
I don't know. It's going to be like, it's going to be inside Rey, so that when she wants to go into spirit mode, she'll be able to launch spirit arrows at things.
So he's playing the ghost of Han Solo who's inside Rey.
Right. Yeah.
And then she's launching spirit arrows.
Right. And so sometimes when she goes like to an extremely fast lightsaber attack, you'll see like the spirit of Han Solo also being like, ah.
This makes total sense.
But played by Billy Dee Williams. That's obviously what they're going to do.
All right, Disney should put us on payroll. That's fucking brilliant.
You're welcome, Disney.
He didn't want to be in this, and he didn't say. He just said like a while back. He said Disney should leave my character alone. But then,
and then they were like, "Well, how much should we leave your character alone for? Should we $7 million leave him alone?" And he's like, no, should we $15 million leave him alone?
And then this announcement came out.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna make fun of white people, but in just a minute. First off, you guys are gonna go buy everything on our store. We are sold out of a few things. Let me know what things you guys want to get back in. I know this one is sold out in a few different sizes.
The God Mode shirt.
Yeah, the God Mode shirt. A few other things are sold out. So I didn't realize how many things were sold out. So thank you guys for that. Anyway, let's make fun of white people.
Yay! Departures, the whitest magazine you know. Here we are.
Oh, yes.
Here we are in search of Ohm. A beauty guru recommends her.
No.
Yeah.
That's as far as you're gonna get. A beauty guru, I'm not letting you go on.
This is the kind of lady that's like from LA and stuff, and then is gonna come back to LA and be like, oh my god, I had such a spiritual awakening while I was there on my Eat, Pray, Love tour, and like, I just can't eat Chipotle anymore because it's just not good for you, you know? Like, I just don't want to put those toxins in my body anymore. Here we go. So this one kind of bothered me, like, Bali high. Like, oh my god, I'm on such a Bali high right now, guys. Like, I just love getting away to Bali for a while, you know? It's just like, really helps you put things in perspective.
I just want you to voice over Californians. I want to get like video footage of Californians talking and just have you voice them over.
Your time away is precious, never settle. Trump hotels. Built by, then excludes Mexicans. Like,
that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Are you sure?
I can't handle any more of this stuff.
Sure you don't want to take your kids to a place they'll never forget? Cabo?
Cabo?
Yeah. Because you know how many things there are for kids to do in Cabo? There's
all those
enough for them
and
to be able to, like, skip around in circles and then be like, we're bored.
Mom, it's hot. Mom, it's hot.
And like, shh, Mom's drinking,
I'm turning
sweetie.
this off. The Maldives were so much better. They'll say that when they're 17 hanging out with their other friends who drive fancy cars.
I can't believe my parents are dragging me to Cabo again.
So sick of this. Fiji and the Maldives are both better. Bye, everybody.